And we're live. Welcome everybody to today's live market analysis. I'm the Barbarian trader, and today we'll look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and gold, and we'll have a look at possible moves for the next week. Stay tuned. Welcome back. And first, I would like to start by looking at S&P 500 and Dow Jones, as those two are the most important markets and can lead the future crypto moves. So let's start with S&P 500 weekly chart. So if we look at weekly chart, S&P 500 last week closed with a pretty nasty bearish candle. Okay, so let me zoom in. All right. So what happened after the announcement of new interest rates? The market dump. Okay, and this was expected because a great trader said, "Show me the charts. I will tell you the news." So let's talk now what we can expect next week. All right, so for the moment, S&P 500, as you can see, is getting closer and closer of 200 moving average, like 200 weekly moving average. And this we were talking about a lot in my past videos, all right? So what we can expect next week. As you can see, they go very close. Let me zoom in. So here we had June low, all right? And they go very close to the June low. They had a bounce, and I will show you also 4 hours because we will talk about this possible bull trap, okay, that we might see in the next period. And probably a lot of traders, they go on short here, expecting the S&P to dump to the 200 moving average, and then they bounce just before they hit the June low, just before they hit the liquidity area. All right, so let me switch to 4 hours. All right, so as you can see, they close with a bullish candle. Okay, so now for the next week, probably a lot of traders, they will say, okay, this could be the bottom. We might see a bounce in the beginning of the week, and it's possible to see another dead cat bounce, okay? And in the end, for them to come and take this liquidity area and target, okay? Let me change this back. So this is 4 hour, okay? They close bullish and they give some hope for the next week. So bears are now confused because they are like asking themselves, okay, is dump over? Should I get out from my trade? Or maybe the market makers, they will go and hunt the stop losses, okay, before they continue the dump. And the bulls also now, they might go in a long position and they might get trapped, okay, before another dump. Okay, let me clean this chart. Why I'm talking about S&P? Because S&P 500 and Dow Jones are the most important markets we must watch, So if the S&P and Dow Jones will dump, crypto will follow, okay? Usually Bitcoin, especially Bitcoin, it has a delay, okay? So you'll not see an immediate dump, and we'll talk also about this because they create this weekend a lot of bull traps, okay? All right, so let me go back on weekly because this is the most important chart, all right? So what happened? We have here something very interesting because S&P 500, as you can see, they didn't take the lows from June, but Dow Jones, they did that, okay? Also, they broke 200 moving average, weekly 200 moving average, and they closed below that, all right? So as you can see, 200 moving average, okay? We look at the weekly chart, they took the liquidity, all right? And they closed below the June low, and below the 200 moving average. So we might expect next week S&P to follow, all right? Because here nothing is looking bullish, all right? If we look to Ichimoku cloud, we have a lot of bearish pressure, okay? And then if I'm zooming out, let me show you another sign of weakness from S&P. As you can see, I have here this red diagonal, okay? Resistance for the moment. So we have this top, we have this top. It was pretty disputed, okay? The bulls try to go above, the bears try to push it down, all right? So for the moment, we are below this key diagonal, okay? So as long as we are here, there is a very big chance to continue down, okay? Good. So now let's talk about also the US dollar very fast before I go and we'll look at the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other crypto charts, all right? So guys, this video, I will try to keep it brief. Tomorrow, after I see how this week for crypto will close, I will do a more in-depth video analysis. So please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button so you will be notified immediately that I will go live, all right? So you don't miss any video. So US dollar, DXY is getting closer to this diagonal resistance. So if tomorrow will open, we'll have diagonal resistance at about 114.7 points. So we must keep an eye on this one because here we'll have probably, as I expect, probably they will not get a strong rejection, or maybe they will break this one, create a bull trap, and then we'll see a rejection from this diagonal resistance, because guess what? This area is confluence of two diagonal resistance. Now, when I'm zooming out a little more, you see that we have the top here, okay? March 2015, we have another top, January 2017, and now we have confluence of those two diagonal resistance. So we'll have a lot of volatility in this area. So DXY, the US dollar, is ready to see some strong volatility, probably also up and down, okay? So this area, I'm sure it will be very disputed and we'll see a lot of volatility here before the US dollar will continue. Either we'll go for a correction because we had this big parabolic move, okay? And as we always talk, parabolic moves, they like to correct 50% or more, okay? But doesn't mean that this is the top, okay? Even if you have a rejection here, it might have a correction and then continue up, all right? Okay, so now, all that being said, let's have a look at Bitcoin. For the moment, this is the Bitcoin for our chart, okay? And by the way, we were trading this range very nice in our VIP trading group. So if you haven't joined yet, you have the link in the description below. You are welcome to join our VIP trading group. We have daily chart analysis, signals, all kinds of sweet trades, long and short. So you are welcome to join. Link in the description below. All right, so for the moment, what we can see. For the moment, Bitcoin, okay, why has dump, okay? So have a look at this. We have those tops, we have those bottoms. So what we see here, we have a big rising wedge, okay? They dump, they test this as resistance, okay? And then practically they kind of confirm this rising wedge. Why? Because the previous low was on 18,265, and as you can see, they broke this low. So this could be interpreted as a confirmation, okay? And in case this rising wedge will play out, I will give you also a target if you go short, okay? Again, it's not a financial advice, this is just my opinion. So do your risk management and manage your trades, all right? So, but if you are entering short in this area, okay, a possible target could be at the bottom of this falling parallel channel. All right. So as you can see, I have market here. Let me put price. So somewhere around 16,100, 16,200, 16,000 area. Okay. All right. So for the moment, what we can see, let me delete those. So for the moment, the 4 hour came very close to the top of this parallel channel, got a rejection. It is very possible to stay here until the new day is open and the new week is open. We might see some strong volatility here, and as I see it, we can try to move up to test this area is okay, this resistance area, okay, or just have a rejection here and go and dump. So what levels we need to watch? So first of all, we have the bottom of this descending parallel channel, as you can see, this one, okay. So first level to watch, or area to watch, around 80,135, and below we have the middle of the channel. Probably they will not stop perfectly here, because usually middle of the channel it's disputed. It's not like a strong point of support, okay. It's more like an area of support. All right, so 17,700, and if we go back, we have June low. Okay, let me mark it here. There you go. All right, so we have June low in 17,600 area. So we might see this area probably a move in this area to be tested, because as we saw on S&P 500 and Dow Jones, the S&P 500 they come very close to the June low, and Dow Jones they already broke that and broke 200 moving average. So it is very possible, okay, to see a dump in this area. So keep a look at that, because here we have a lot of liquidity, a lot of stop losses. So if we will want to see a bounce or move up, this area it will be great. If all this liquidity is taken, we'll see a swing failure pattern, okay, and only then you can open a long position, only if you see that this area of liquidity is taken, okay, and then we have a strong bounce, bulls get in control, we break this diagonal resistance, okay, which we are here now, okay, we break this one, flipping support, and possible move to the next points, okay. So it will be my advice in this moment. Also, what you can see, we have a symmetrical triangle, okay, and we had a lot of choppiness this weekend, okay. So this symmetrical triangle, usually symmetrical triangles, they are neutral, so they can play either way. So let me do like this, okay. So let's take the base, okay. Sorry. All right, so in case it will break above, okay, and this triangle will play fully, but what I don't like on this triangle, we stay too long inside of the triangle, so the triangle become very weak. We'll just, I have a feeling we'll have just a fake breakouts, so I will not play this one, okay, because also in the volume we have all kind of mixed signals, you know. All right, so but just in case it will fully play out, so for the upper target they might test this area, okay, so those stops, okay, something like that, and all right, and in case of a bounce we can look, as I said, for a test of June liquidity, a June low, okay, so high liquidity area, okay. So we talked about Bitcoin. Let's have a look also at Ethereum. Let me see if on Bitcoin, yes, on Bitcoin, before we talk at Ethereum, let's look at Bitcoin weekly chart, all right? And this is very important because, as I said, if you are, especially if you are a beginner, okay, if you are in the beginning with trading, I will strongly recommend to join our group where we have a lot of market analysis. We have more in-depth charts with support and resistance, hourly, 4-hour charts, daily updates, and you can see how we trade profitable, all those moves up and down. So, all right, so on weekly, in our group, we are talking about this for a long time. Okay, so what we can see here, weekly for the moment, it might close before all previous weeks closing and openings, and this could be very bearish for the Bitcoin, all right? But before we jump in conclusion, okay, because this we could do like a double bottom, okay, is very possible. But what we have for the moment, we are under two key levels, okay? So first, we have 200 moving average, 200 weekly moving average, okay? So we are under this one, and we are under key diagonal resistance. So we have, okay, so we had 2020 February 2020 top, okay? Then we have August 2020 top, and then, okay, we have this diagonal, okay, resistance. So for the moment, the weekly looks like it will close under this resistance as well, all right? And as I wrote here, bulls versus bears, okay, diagonal support and resistance, because until we don't reclaim this diagonal, this blue diagonal, okay, bulls, they have no chance, okay? And more than that, okay, let me zoom in, okay, let me zoom in, and let me show you something. We are also under 2017 all-time high, okay, 19,785 area. So as you can see, weekly, they try to pump and they got a rejection exactly from the 2017 all-time high. So for the moment, nothing is looking bullish, okay? I know you want to buy the dip. You see all the influencers screaming, now is the time, don't miss it, it's on discount. But guys, we are hearing the same story. Buy the dip for, you know, I'm sure you are bored of that. I'm laughing at that, you know, because look here, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy all damn dips, okay? And what happened? You will be you will have an average probably somewhere here, and you will be minus 51%, okay? This is nasty if you have a hit of 50% to your portfolio, okay? All right, I'm totally okay to buy the dip, buy the dip in a key support area. So for example, here could be a very good area to buy some Bitcoin, and I'll tell you why. Usually, let me clean this chart, okay, because all these diagonal support, okay, I have a feeling that sooner or later they will break at above, because this bounce, it's pretty small for such a key diagonal, okay, but this we'll see. As long as we don't lose June low, okay, 70,630, there is still a chance for the bulls, okay? But once we lose this low, even if we have a bounce, could be just a dead cat bounce, because we might see a kiss of death, okay, from 200 moving average weekly, because we broke this one, we come and test 200 moving average weekly, and then once we go below, this pattern can be confirmed, okay? So then the bears have much bigger chance to push the Bitcoin much lower, all right? So in case, okay, this one we hold, we must keep an eye first. I would like to see to become more bullish on Bitcoin, okay? Let me zoom in, All right. So to become more bullish on Bitcoin, I would like to see 2017 all-time high reclaimed again. And not only that, I want to see the price, and especially I want to see some daily candles, especially weekly, preferably weekly, okay, closing above 21,000. Otherwise, it will be just noise in this area, because before a possible stronger continuation down. All right. So once this diagonal is flipped in support, okay, then we can look for a retest of 200 moving average, okay, and from that moment we can see what it will happen, if we'll get a rejection on, if they will break it above. All right. So now that we talked about Bitcoin, so what we must keep an eye on. Let me put some price level. Okay, June low, okay, 17,630, 640 area. Then 2017 all-time high, 19,785, and this is the most important, okay, the most important resistance that the bulls, they need to reclaim it, okay? And then we can worry about 200 moving average on weekly. All right, now let's move on Ethereum. All right, on Ethereum, we are trading in this descending parallel channel, okay? And all right, so on Ethereum, for the moment, as you can see, we flip this diagonal support in resistance, okay? So question is, if the price will try to do another retest on this diagonal support, okay, in 1,173, 1,185, or even lower, okay, maybe Ethereum will follow traditional markets, will follow Bitcoin. So first of all, we might keep an eye on this. Let's see, okay, on this July low. All right, so 1,000 area, also a psychological level. And next one, it will be, all right, next one, we have to look again at June low, okay, $880. So for the moment, Ethereum doesn't look very bad, because it's still holding above, all right, above this channel, okay, and for the moment found support on this channel, but we have to see if it will hold, okay, and it will manage to break this diagonal resistance. So a key level we must look for, it's of resistance. Okay, let me take out the magnet. There you go. So 1,370. Until we don't break this one, we cannot look for higher levels. All right. So if we break this one, what level we can expect? Like the middle of the channel, because as you can see, they play so nicely inside this channel. So 1,420. Of course, this level can change depend when it will have a contact with the middle of the channel. And then the most important key of resistance, okay, level of resistance is 1,500. I think until we don't reclaim 1,500, bulls, bears, they are still in control. Doesn't matter if we have a dead cat bounce, we have a fake break above this diagonal resistance, another dead cat bounce, and then a continuation down. Okay, so until 1,500 is not reclaimed, 1,500, 1,505 is not reclaimed and flipping support and see 4-hour daily close above, we cannot look for higher targets. Okay, in case all those targets they are taken, we can look first for 1,572 and then this diagonal of resistance, which I think it will give us a nice bounce, so probably a good point to open a short position. Okay, so because I think this channel, this horizontal channel of resistance will give a nice rejection, or at least first rejection, okay, in case the price will continue up. Okay. Sorry. So next, so we talked about, we can look also at Ethereum. Let me switch to Ethereum weekly. All right, let's see if I can find a cleaner chart. Yes. All right, so for the moment, Ethereum is found support, okay, on this diagonal, okay. Nice, perfect test of this diagonal. So, and it might close the weekly candle above 200 moving average, okay. So we must keep an eye on this. So the 200 moving average, it's on 1280. But guys, you see here I marked minus 90%. So I strongly recommend you, okay, I know you will not like it, but I strongly recommend you to watch this video, okay. Go on my channel and watch this video, okay, and don't get mad on me, all right. And I made this video when the Ethereum was on 2000, okay, and everybody was like, oh, it will go now to 5,000, 10,000. I said, guys, don't get trapped in this hype, okay. So this is pretty topish, okay. This it will be over and the trend will start. And as you can see, this weekly candle is pretty nasty, okay, the previous weekly candle. So we must keep an eye on next week how it will develop. All right, so next week a strong support, okay, we have in case that Bitcoin will go sideways and pretty nasty dump, and it will take this low, okay, the June low. I'll give you also an important support level, all right. So in case it will take this low, I think the next strong support is on this diagonal, okay, so on about 715 area, okay, depends when it will touch this one, because as you can see here is the June 2019 top, we have August 2020 top, right here it was pretty disputed, not so much, okay, and then they just fly away. So it is very possible Ethereum to come and test this area, all right, to lose this support, because for the moment, as you can see, they hold this diagonal support, but if they lose it and they move below this, they can bleed down under this diagonal, all right. So keep an eye on this one. So yes, let's have a look also at XRP. All right, let's look at XRP. So this is the 4-hour chart, okay. I will not go too in detail with this one because, as I said, I want to keep this video as short as possible. I will make another video with XRP, all right. I will look at daily, we'll look at weekly, we'll look at smaller time frames, support and resistance, and I will try, maybe I will do tomorrow a video about this, because now everybody is talking about the XRP and it's a hot topic. So I will do my best to do a video only about XRP tomorrow. So guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe and notification button, all right. So you will help the channel and you will become a barbarian. All right, so let's see. XRP is trading inside the symmetrical triangle and in a pretty nice parabolic move, okay. For the moment, parabolic move was not broken. So as you can see, we have the beginning here, tested support, nice tested support. We have to see how this level will hold, because if this area will hold, we might see a nice pump possible to 0.6 area, okay, plus minus of course, because what we can see here is 0.5 Fibonacci, okay. So this either it will be a big resistance and it will bounce and this is it, the pump it's over, or if they will make it to break this level 0.6, we might see a strong move, a continuation up in this liquidity area, and then we have again here we'll have the golden pocket as well. All right, so for the moment We are inside in a bull run, okay? Trend, it's your friend until it ends, and for the moment it's not the end, all right? We have this symmetrical triangle. There is a big chance this symmetrical triangle to play out, and we might have a possible target. As I said, maybe they will break 0.5 Fibonacci, but for the moment I will not trade this one until you don't have a confirmation and you don't see also the other markets pumping, okay? So in conclusion, all right, in conclusion, and the most important, okay, keep an eye on US dollar on 114.7 points, 0.7 points, okay? So 114.7, 115 area, because I have a feeling that tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, there will be pretty volatile days, because DXY, the US dollar, is getting closer to a key resistance, double diagonal resistance, okay? S&P 500 is getting closer to take June lows, and here we'll see as well a lot of volatility because 200 moving average, 200 weekly moving average is just below. So once this area, the volatility is taken and test this as support, it is possible to see a pretty nice bounce, okay? And just below in this area in 3,470, 3,550 for those who are trading S&P, I think it will be a pretty good support for a possible long position or a bounce. Again, it's not a financial advice. Trade cautiously, okay? But the things there, it's worrying me, it's Dow Jones that took the liquidity, June liquidity low, close below 200 moving average, okay? So in conclusion, keep an eye on US dollar, keep an eye on S&P 500, and XRP, okay, is possible to pump and continue the parabolic move. Bitcoin, keep an eye on the level we talked about it as well. Ethereum, keep an eye on this resistance in 1,375, something like that, or bottom of this descending parallel channel, 1,183, 1,200, okay? Okay, guys, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button. Until next time, trade safe. Barbarian out.